might be changing the route. Looking to throw at Sorsby. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
From the gun on third down. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down.
Well, it's not quite the start this offense wanted to have on third down. It's their first opportunity. That one falls incomplete. They're going to have to be better on those critical downs as this game goes on.
They punted away on fourth down. Nestles it in at the 35. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Man, oh man, did that coverage team have his hands full. Well, not full, because they didn't get a hand on him for quite a while. Great return there. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Oh, he's got this.
Yes, we've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better?
What a return.
Yeah, that didn't look good for the offense. You know all those big fellas, those little linemen, they're not going to be able to play. So as the DB getting the interception, you know, if you can break that play and you can get past that level, it might be.
And this connection is on fire to start the season. Not one, not two, 3 games in a row he's got a receiving touchdown. They continue to find the playmaker, and I don't think it's going to end after game 3.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Will be forced out of bounds at the 15, and that gives them some more room to work.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, put that 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
He wants to change this route. Back to throw, it's Sorsby. Got a man, it's Moore. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain.
I like the running back there on the route, the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, was able to put his feet in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first. Nothing going right for this team early in the first quarter here. The defense is getting gashed, and now you've thrown a pick. The head coach has got to get his team together and get everybody to calm down and settle in.
And this defense, they've got to do a big job here. Like, offense put you in a bad spot. You haven't had some great moments, but this possession, you've got to get a stop. Got to stop the bleeding and get the ball back to our offense.
From the gun, they'll try to impose that lead. Time winding down in the quarters. They
so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
So the kick goes out of bounds, and the ball will be placed at the 40 to start this drive. Wants to throw on first down. That's caught, and it's good. Good pickup, but a little bit short of the sticks. LSU right back to the line. Might be calling a hot route. Going to take a shot on second and short. Unloads it downfield. He's got it. And he was screaming for the goal line, but the defense stopped him short. What a top rate for the defense. You get a hand on the football, and they still make a big play.
Man, how difficult is that? The ball is deflected. To be able to keep your eyes on the football, continue to concentrate. Look at the 4-2 of this pass, Reese. A nice break to him. Makes the catch, makes the big play down the field.
Love the job by the defense here with their eye discipline. That's an RPO. It can be tricky to locate the football, but they found the running back quickly. Those linebackers and DBs really came screaming down to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Third and goal, where the fire purifies and separates contenders and pretenders. And he's run out of bounds just short of the goal line. They keep him out of the end zone for the moment. Fourth down and goal from the 3. The playbook is pretty much wide open here. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. And that decision will be questioned for a while.
Love the coverage on defense there. Fourth down, they're ready for the pass. And you saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Always good to get points on a drive, David. Goals can leave you a little bit.
Yeah, I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. And generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical in this play.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Dropping back, it's Bagway. That's caught. It's Wilson. Slips one guy, now he's loose. He's at the 40. 20. That is just a gargantuan pace. He has it all the way down to the 12.
And that's the dangerous part about this offense, man. They'll get the ball out to a receiver. They can do that. They can make plays after the catch. Hard to bring down, hard to tackle. That's why this offense can be so explosive.
This change. Play it safe. Don't make a mistake getting your own end. Suddenly you're in plus territory. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Going to work on second down. The red zone is still some ground to cover. Pick up that first down. Working to fire. Now improvise. Already gets it back. So he can file that one under. Could have been worse.
Deep breath, big sigh of relief. He's able to recover. You put that thing on the deck, you start to panic. Great job getting back to the fumble, recovering his own fumble. Otherwise, it could have been bad.
Third and long, and they'll need to get it close to the goal line to convert. From the gun, wants to pass. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
Man, this offense, they gotta find something. They gotta get in a rhythm somehow. So far, no success, not protecting the quarterback. Really, the only good thing I can say so far is they haven't turned the football.
Going right down the boulevard. And now the lead's extended a little further. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, I believe someone calls it the Conference of Champions. Pac-12 action today. Army is just getting blown off the field right now, and I was there in the 0-13 season back in the day. This one will sting almost as much. Just brutal. They're trailing by 14 to Duke. We'll keep you posted on a Pac-12 showdown that, not surprisingly, guys, is already trending.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming. When these two first met in 1937 in Baton Rouge, LSU shut out the Gators. Florida would notch the first road victory in this swampy series when they beat LSU on the Bayou in 1956.
A lot of history.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? On the run from inside his own 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. Just wanted to find a little space to run and ekes out some to get it up to the 20 roster. The Gators can really attack on this second and short. Back to throw. It's Bagway. Unloads to the right. Snagged in the middle. It's Wilson. Speeding down the right side. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Florida. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing, to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, Dave. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's second and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football.
Across the field and out of bounds at the 49. A big pickup there.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Scanning the field, it's Sorsby. Got it in the middle, it's good. Down, and they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Well, this offense told us coming in, they were going to challenge this secondary early and often. They were going to use their speed to their advantage and take advantage of this quarterback's touch and arm talent. And they were ready in the second. They got over 200 yards to run.
And they pick up just a few on that completion.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge could have squeezed it.
Quarterback could not have walked that ball and placed it into the hands of his receiver any better. That was a perfect throw. Wide out, deep downfield. You got to finish the play.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Oh, and he just dropped it. You do not see this guy do that very often. It'll be 4th down.
Really nice 3rd down sub defense there that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback. Now forcing the incompletion, setting up 4th.
Makes the catch. It's Green. That'll be enough for the 1st down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Using his feet to buy time. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. One more snap coming before halftime. Quarterback making adjustments. Looking to throw at Sorsby. Fires deep toward the end zone. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. Kicker has everything lined up and about set to get this one underway. Here's the return from inside his 10. Oh, my goodness, he's scrambling. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They had this lead to start the 3rd quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the 1st half. And so this 1st drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with accuracy.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him, so I expect more of the same here in the 2nd half.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Now the play fake. Caught close to the marker. It's Wilson. Breaks into the open. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
They'll leave it with him. Creates a little room.
In halftime in this locker room, there's a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead, but you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in the 2nd half.
You're absolutely right here, and I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line a little bit. Let these guys take this thing over, be physical, and push this defense around.
Looking to pass. It's Bagway. Behind his big tight end. Running through contact. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that 1st half, so in the 3rd quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped. Got nothing. Line of scrimmage still at the 4.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and you just give it to the running back, let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going.
And the beatdown has ensued. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
He'll return it. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he had just taken a knee in the end zone. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They were on the move the last time they had it. Unfortunately, an interception ruined that threat. Now to see if they can put something together and have it pay off in points. Throws to the tight end. And it's his interception of the game.
Wide receivers, you know, they might at least have a hint of diva, right? Like they're always open, aren't they, according to them? And I tell you what, it's hard to be a quarterback because when they do throw that hand up there, you want to throw them the football. You want them to have confidence. You want to force feed them. You want them to really have that confidence at all-time high. Sometimes you force them a little bit too much. The defense takes advantage like they did right there.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Hand off to the single back. And there was no just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now it's tough sledding on the ground.
Dropping back, it's Lagway. Throws to the wideout. Finds space on the right. The chunk plays that they love, and he takes it all the way down to the 10.
Well, this guy's having a day. It doesn't matter where he's lined up or what routes he's running. He just seems to always be getting open, and his quarterback is taking notice. He's looking his way. Nice job there, throwing in time, getting it to him in space and allowing him to go to work. This is turning into a very nice statistical day for this wide receiver.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Gives it on the option. And he's stuck by a big defensive tackle on the run.
You just got to wonder how frustrated this guy is, especially after the success he had their last game out, but just nothing going in this one. He has not been able to get himself into a rhythm. There's been way too much penetration up front defensively. They've been able to stop him in his tracks.
Receiver on the move, gets the touchdown. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down.
That's a great job executing up front by the defense. They looked like they were ready for that play, and that was a bit of a more unconventional look from the offense on 3rd down, but the defense was there to make a big stop.
And this kicker has had a busy night. The field goal unit is out there for the 3rd time. Splits the uprights. Good. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand. They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Slings it downfield. He's got an open man. Got him corralled and not the 40. Juju quick to the line.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good.
He's going to let it go. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he has had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
Defense, man, you got to go low, and you got to chop that tree down, right? Go with the legs, take the legs out from underneath them so he can't continue to churn those puppies out and get extra yards after contact like he did there.
Here we go. To the air, it's Sorsby. Looking to the big tight end. Complete to the left. And he rips off that big one all the way to the 16-yard line. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Starting to feel a little pressure. Shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to getting back in this ballgame.
Here comes the option. Trying to get the loose. Sometimes the ball just bounces your way, and the offense very lucky to keep possession on that one. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. On the ground with the counter. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
Offensive coordinators just spend all offseason in the lab, and they just draw up stuff over and over again. How many times can I use misdirection? How many times can I use speed against the linebackers who flow so fast to the football? Really nice play design, a little misdirection. The defense did hold it in. Big game for the offense.
They get him stopped and out of bounds at the 45-yard line, and the big play has this offense ready to mount a threat. All right, let's get it. These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Trying to get the edge on the toss. Oh, he's got some space. He's in the 20. And he just kept running, and he's right away from the crowd, and they'll take it in. Touchdown, Florida. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
A lot of interest in this Pac-12 showdown today, so let's catch you up to speed on things. Army is in trouble right now, and unless something changes, this could be the kind of loss that sets that program back significantly. They're trailing by 15 to Duke. If anything else happens in this one in the Pac-12 or anywhere else, we'll make sure you know about it, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere.
just have not called this guy's name enough. He's one of the best receivers in all of college football, and that was only his second catch. I think that's a big reason why they're trailing this much in this game so late. They just have not been able to get one of their biggest weapons involved as often as they need to.
Right back to the line. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Not sure you can get much closer, but it'll be first and goal.
Man, he looks like he's in a rhythm on this drive, right? 3 for 3. He's going where he needs to go with the football. The defense doesn't have any answers for him. Find the offensive coordinator. I'm letting this guy keep chucking it.
Once the game reaches this point, you start thinking ahead of how you can find something positive to take into the next game.
Dang right. Keep the offense rolling. Try to find some plays that I can use throughout this season that I can have some more success, or I guess have success. I'm looking for the future.
He's in the end zone for the two, and he makes it a 3-possession game. They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end. The onside kick here. Julio has it as the hands team makes a sure catch. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Running out of the shotgun. Turning it on. Touchdown, Gator. He got a step and just dusted the field. That leads a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in week 3. You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
He is. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding it to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Now this offense is back on the field. Off the play fake on first down. The throw. He uncorks a bullet to the right. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
This is my favorite time to be a defensive lineman, man. You get up big, late in the game, you know it's past. You're just teeing off on the quarterback. The defensive backs, they're bailing, playing those deep passes. It is hard to play offensive football in this situation.
Brings it out to the 34-yard line. A nice 15-yard gain on that one.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run it up.
Brings it down on the right side. Play for this offense as they get it to the 32.
Let's go. We got some life. We made a big play, something to build off of. We need a lot of points, and we need them quickly. Time's running out. We're trailing big in this ball game.
The Tigers will snap it on first and 10. Here comes the and the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's second and long here.
It's pretty obvious. This defense came into this one knowing they were going to have to play a complete game until there were zeros on the clock, especially against this quarterback. You cannot take your foot off the gas. And that's exactly what they're doing here. Late in the fourth quarter, they're still bringing it, and they get another sack.
Motion from the wideout. Looking for a man. It's Sorsby. He wants to go deep. He's stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it first and goal from the 1.
You know, as the head coach of this team, this is one positive you're going to take away from this game, is that your players don't quit, and they're still willing to fight. There's obviously a lot of things they've got to iron out offensively, and we've seen that today. But I do love the grit they're showing here late, still trying to make plays.
Wide receiver going in motion. On the ground. And they
don't stick around and improve ratings. Like, the game's over, but you continue to fight. You're powered in for the touchdown. And show your kids that we're going to always fight no matter what the score is.
Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. The Gators sending the offense back to work. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving forward.
Great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out everybody right now on the same page.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to slow this clock away.
The Gators are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Creates a little space. There he goes. He's up the and he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down. And the Gators, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. Right back to the line. They drag him down behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that hasn't happened very often. He has had a tremendous night.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Leaves it with the running back. Finds a crease at the 20.
Touchdown, man, you're getting excited. As a fan base, you're about to go to 3-0. Like, a lot of things could go wrong to start a season. Everything gone right. That's a great sign for this squad. They got it rolling. Can they keep that momentum, keep climbing up the rankings, and who knows what happens at the end of the year.
On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. To the air, it's Sorsby. Throws for the tight end. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. 2nd down, he'll throw it. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Here's a hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like, they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like.
Got an extra inside the 20. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the 1st down. LSU quick to the line. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Catch in the middle, it's Stewart. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense. Takes it in the end zone for a touchdown. And a little window dressing here at the end of the game. And a nice touchdown continue to fight, continue to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle. A nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Fires to the wideout. In the end zone. It's intercepted.
2-point plays, the windows are very small to throw into. That time he just tried to force it into a tiny window. Ended up being picked, and the offense comes away with no points.
At this point, a comeback would take one of the biggest miracles in the history of the sport to go line up for the onside kick. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They have dropped a bunch on this entire stadium.
And there's nothing like showing up the home crowd. You love it. Nothing like having a big lead in the fourth quarter, Palmer, and not having to stress or worry.
Yeah, really impressive just seeing how they're able to take everything from the practice field this week and apply it to game.
Breaks into the open. Makes it past the mark.